students, I'm going to take a new lesson. Okay, students, that is semiconductor electronics. Semiconductor electronics, right? Okay, students, nowadays we are all using many electronic items, right? Many electronic items. Okay, students, so electronics is a one of the subject in physics, right? So without electronics nowadays we can't do anything, right? Okay, students, right? Yes. Shall we go to the topic? Right? Yes. Just intro the basic electronics, right? So what is electronics? What are the components? Yes, these are under this introduction. Okay, students. So electronics is a very important subject, right? Okay, students. Okay, what is electronics, right? So electronics is the study of flow of electrons in various materials or space subjected to various conditions. So electronics is the study of flow of electrons in various materials, right? So materials are different type, but this electronics is nothing but electronics is the study of flow of electrons in various materials or various conditions, right? Yes. See, the second is the main focus of electronics is remains the controlled flow of electrons through the medium. Again, I'm telling the main focus of electronics remains the controlled flow of electrons through a medium, right? Yes. So this is the meaning of electronics, right? Yes. See, there are n number of electronic item available in markets. The same time in different places. Just a small introduction, because most of the electronicized items used for communication, right? Therefore, in communication, I'm taking a communication system is the process of changing information, right? A communication system is the process of exchanging information. For example, is used for conveying thoughts, ideas, feeling, one person to another person, and the three examples, one is satellite communication and cable TV and mobile telephones. See, in satellite communications we are all using n number of electronic devices. For example, cable TV. So TV is also one of the electronic instrument. That is apparatus, right? And the mobile phone is the one of the electronic items, right? So nowadays day to day life we are using electronics. Okay. Yes. Again, so for your understanding purpose, a simple definition of electronics. What is electronics, right? You see this, the profession of applying scientific principles to the design, development and fabrication, repair and maintenance of electrical and electronic machines, right? Instruments and communication systems, right? So what is electronics? Electronics is the profession of applying scientific principles to the design, development, fabrication, repair, maintenance of electrical and electronics machines, instruments, and communication systems. Right? Examples. See this examples: mobile, TV, DVD. So electronics, right? Computer, laptop, electronic, e-notebooks, electronics, home security system, yes, security system, either fingerprint system or yes, eyes variable system, and these are all security system. Electronics, intelligence system, yes, this is also electronics. Remote monitoring, yes, remote monitoring, testing, calibration. So these are all what? Electronics. So these are all electronic instruments, right? So these instrument using in various areas, right? Okay, students. Yes. Electronic components, right? So in electronic, yes, equipments, inside that one circuit board, the circuit board contains component, that component called electronic components. All the components called as electronic components, right? Yes. See this, what is electronic components? An electronic component is any discrete device basic discrete device or physical entity in an electronic system used to affect electrons or their associated fields. See, this electronic component is a basic discrete device. Yes, you should just know this one. Electronic component is the discrete device. Right, that's all. Now come to the second point. Components can be classified. Yes, I said no. In circuit board there are n number of components. Those components are called as electronic components. But the electronic components can be classified as into two types. One is passive component, another one is active components, or other name is electromechanic items, right? So the components are classified into two types. One is active components, another one is passive components, right? Yes, right. Yes, see this, active components and the passive components. So the electronic components divided into these two types. See this side, types of transistor. These are all transistor and different types of transistor, right? And this is, yes, SCR. I'll tell you later in what is mean by SCR, right? And MOSFET, and this is that active components. And come to this side, capacitor. So these are all capacitor, various size of capacitors, and this is inductor, different types of inductor, and resistor, different S value resistors. So the electronic component divided into active components and passive components, right? Okay, students. Yes. First, active components. Active components. See, first point, active components rely on a source of energy and usually can inject power into a circuit. See, active components can inject power into a circuit through it. It's not a part of definition, right? So only the active component can inject power into circuit, right? Yes. See the second point. Active components include amplifying components such as transistors and triode vacuum tubes, that is valves, we call as valves, and tunnel diodes. Okay, so the active components involve amplifying components. that is for amplification purpose, right? So in 10th lesson we study amplitude modulation, like that, amplification, amplifiers we use. Yes, that is the process. Amplifying is nothing but process, right? Okay, now I'm going to give the details of what is active components and a picture, and what is passive components and a picture, right? Yes. Diode, the first component is diode, and this is the circuit symbol of diode, and this is the exact component picture, right? Yes. So diode allows current to pass in one direction. So diode is nothing but it allows to pass in one direction, and while blocking it from passing the opposite direction. Yes, block the current in the opposite direction, right? So this is the diode. Okay, yes. The next component is LED. Yes, light emitting diode. We know the LED. Yes, see, this is the picture of LED, and this is the circuit symbol of LED. So LED is a device that produces light. Okay, but nowadays we are all using different types of LED. Yes, those days we used single color LED. That color LED emit only single color. After that, double color LED, and nowadays we are using multi-color LED. The one LED is produce different colors, more than two colors, right? So that is multicolor LED. Okay, yes, right. The next component is Vector diode. Yes, Vector diode. So this is nothing but variable capacitor, which stores energy and controlled by voltage. It stores energy and controlled by voltage. See, this is the component, and this is the diagram. Yes, this is circuit diagram for variable capacitor, right? Or Vector diode. Okay, yes. Next is Zener diode. So this is the exact picture of the Zener diode, and this is the circuit diagram symbol for Zener diode in circuits. So this Zener diode allows current to pass in the opposite direction, right? In the opposite direction after the circuit reach a certain threshold value. Yes. So what is Zener diode? Zener diode is a device that allows current to pass in the opposite direction. That's all. Okay, students. Yes. Next, photodiode. Yes, photodiode is a type of photodetector capable of converting light into either current or voltage. So photodiode is a device. That device convert light into current. That is light energy into current. So this type of photodiodes used in solar cells and also fire alarms, right? And this is the component, and this is the circuit, that is symbol for the photodiode. Okay, students. Yes, students, you should know the components. That's why I'm giving this details. Okay, students. Yes, the next component is transistor. Transistor is a semiconductor device. Which device? Semiconductor device used to amplify and switch electronic signals and electrical power, right? So transistor, see this So this is the different types of transistor, and this is the is symbol of a transistor, right? So transistor is an semiconductor device, is used to amplify and switch electronic signals and electrical power. Okay, yes, right. The next component is last one, battery. See, this is the different yes shape of the battery. This is HW battery, this is 9 volt, and after that this is different types of battery. So this is ordinary yes battery cell, a small one, remote cells, and this is for example this battery used in yes wall clocks, and with this battery used in electrical circuits, for example remote cars, yes, and these two batteries are used in yes uh, heavy yes voltage circuits we are used, right? So this battery provides voltage. Okay students, yes, right, okay, yes. So up to this active components is over, active components is over, right? The next is passive components. So passive components cannot introduce net energy into the circuit. Passive component cannot introduce net energy into the circuits, right? Okay, they also cannot rely on a source of power, right? Okay, except for what is available from the yes circuit, and they are connected to, they are connected to, that is AC is nothing but alternating yes current. Yes, so although they may increase a voltage or current, so you conclude passive component is nothing but control the or increase the voltage or current. Okay, that's all. Okay students, yes. The first component is resistor. We know the what is resistor. Yes, this is the picture of the resistor, and this is that yes the symbol of the resistor, right? So this resistors produces opposition to current flow, opposition to current flow, right? Yes, the amount of the resistance determines how much current can flow through a resistor. See, resistor, yes, to determine only how much current can flow through the resistor, right? These lines are indicating the yes values of the resistance. Okay students, yes, right. Next, potentiometer or variable resistor. So this is the component, and this is the circuit diagram, and this is the component, and this is that symbol, variable resistor. A variable resistor whose resistance value is not fixed, yes, and can be adjusted. We can adjust the resistance value, that's why we call it as variable resistor, right? Okay, yes, right. This component used in is uh, TVs and volume control is equipments, right? Yes. Next, photoresistor. So this resistor is a device, this device light sensitive resistor whose resistance decreases as light intensity increases. Light intensity increases. When the light incident on that one, it will produce the yes resistance. Sorry, if the light incident on this component, to create current, that is light energy converted into electric current. Okay, this is photoresistor. Okay students, yes, right. The next component is thermistor. This is the picture of the thermistor, and this is a symbol, right? So a temperature sensing resistor whose resistance increases or decreases based on based on changes in temperature. Yes. So for temperature measuring device, we use this type of apparatus, right? So for changes in temperature, the resistance will be decreased. So thermistor one of the component, right? Okay. Yes. Next component is thyristor. So this is the component. Yes, picture of this exact component, and this is the symbol. So this device act as a switch, right, and conducting when it receives current, trigger, and continues to conduct while it is forward bias. That means this uh, device worked in which condition? Forward bias condition. Which condition? Forward bias condition. Okay. Yes. Right. Next, we know that S capacitor. See, this is the picture of capacitor, and this is the symbol. So capacitor is a charge storage device, and it used to filter signal. It used to filter signal. A capacitor storage capacity can be fixed or adjustable. So the capacitor storage can be fixed. For example, see this capacitor capacity is 330 microfarad. So microfarad is a unit of capacitance. See, the capacity of this capacitor is 330. Okay. Yes. Right. Variable capacitor. Yes. So a capacitor whose charging capacity is not fixed and can be adjusted. So this is the picture of variable capacitor. We can adjust the capacitance value, right? Yes. And this is the symbol of the variable capacitor. This type of capacitor used in, yes, audio, control systems. Audio control systems. Okay. Yes. Right. Next is transformer. So transformer is a, yes, component. This components, it used to amplifies or reduces the energy. Yes, so this is the picture of the which one, amplifier, sorry, transformer, and this is the symbol. For example, this transformer is handling 230 voltage. 230 voltage. See, transformer is an important device in an electronic component, because this transformer only, yes, transfer the energy, yes, to the circuit. Yes, to the circuit. Okay. Yes. Right. Okay. And the last one is breadboard. We call it as breadboard. See this exact picture of breadboard, and this is that component fixed. So a breadboard that can be used to construct a circuit. So with the help of this one, we can construct the circuits. So these are the holes, right? Okay. Circuit which does not require soldering. Without soldering, we can, yes, uh, we can construct simple circuit. Okay. Yes, this breadboard available in markets. Okay. Yes, it has holes where components can be pushed in, right? So breadboard, yes, is a one component, so it can be used to construct a circuit, and it has n number of holes where the holes, sorry, where components can be pushed in. With the help of this method, we can yes, construct or make one simple circuits, right? Okay, students. Yes. Right. and see this basic electronic components. Basic electronic components. See components, you should know this basic electronic components, students. Okay, if you go to higher studies, it will helpful for you. Okay, yes, see the resistor, capacitor, diode, switch, LED, inductor, rectifier, battery, transistor, fuse, loudspeaker, switch, yes, relay switch. This relay switch is used in horns, right? Okay, and integrated circuits, ICs, we call as processor, right? Transformer, microphone, antenna. So these are the very basic components. You should know this component, electronic components, right? Okay, students. Yes, students. இந்த கிளாஸில் நம்ம எலக்ட்ரானிக்ஸ் அப்படின்னா என்ன, அந்த எலக்ட்ரானிக்ஸ் காம்பனன்ட்ஸ்னால் என்ன, அந்த எலக்ட்ரானிக் காம்பனன்ட்ஸ் என்னென்ன, எப்படி இருக்கும், அதோட சிம்பிள்ஸ், எஸ், இதெல்லாம் பார்த்துருக்கோம். ஓகே ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ். ஸோ இந்த காம்பனன்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் கண்டிப்பாக உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சு வச்சுக்கணும். ஏன்னா இதுதான் எலக்ட்ரானிக்ஸ் இருக்கிற பேசிக்கான எஸ் நாலேஜ். இது கண்டிப்பாக எல்லோரும் தெரிஞ்சு வச்சுக்கணும். ஓகே ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ். ஸோ அதனால தான் நான் இந்த காம்பனன்ட்ஸ், அதே டைமில் இந்த காம்பனன்ட்ஸை சிம்பிள்ஸாக எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு நான் ரெப்ரசன்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். ஓகே ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ். ஓகே, எஸ். ஸோ நெக்ஸ்ட் கிளாஸில் நம்ம டைரெக்டாக லெசன் கண்டென்ட்டுக்கு போகலாம். ஓகே ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ். ஸோ இந்த டாபிக்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு ஹெல்ப்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்கும் நான் நினைக்கிறேன். எஸ், வில் யூ see on next class. Okay students. Yes, thank you students.